Welcome back to the channel, guys. I'm John.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Steve.
Just watch it now. I'm kidding. I don't even know what to say.
I can't wait, man.
We just talked about it for like the last 10 minutes before we started. I was like,
I didn't see Aaron getting his head blown off at all.
no. I didn't see any of that happening.
What a fucking solid shot by Gabby, too, man.
Right? She's good.
While he was like...
mid-running, too. She trailed that, and it was a good shot. Clean off, too. I mean...
Yeah, that was with a Titan eliminating rifle also.
Yeah, well, obviously. Blew his head clean off.
Ripped his head straight off,
Yeah.
Fucking crazy. And then now, we don't... Who knows what happens? There's no way that I can believe that Aaron is done and going to be chained up there.
It's one of two things. Aaron either is still playing slightly dumb and had a... I don't want to say... Like, maybe he didn't expect this to happen, but he had a fallback plan maybe in case.
Shouldn't he have? Like, he's had the founding for so long. Like, shouldn't he have some kind of connection with her already?
Well, so my question is, maybe somebody in the comments can answer this, because we were just talking about this before. Like, what is the difference... So, Zeke said he got the Founding Titans' powers. So the only thing I can think of is that when Aaron died, somehow... How did Zeke get it then? Because...
It wouldn't have been then. He would have gotten it before. When Zeke...
That's what I'm saying.
Blew himself up, is when he said he got it.
So that means there's two different kinds of...
That's what I was a little confused about, too.
So that does lead to my point we were talking about before off camera, like... At the very end of that last episode, they hit their heads together, and you see the Titan... Something Titan-y is happening, yeah. So, I'm wondering if that's because, technically, they still both... Like, Aaron still has maybe that like, it's still in him yet? Or
it's definitely still in Aaron.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's his.
Because how could it have... Well, theoretically, if he's dead, then it would go to...
But he's not...
That's what I'm saying. Theoretically,
he's not technically dead because... Right before, I think that's what Zeke was saying, like right before he died is when his head landed in his hand. So that's how they're both able to be in that plane. Mm-hmm. So he's got to still be alive. And Ymir rebuilt Zeke. I'd have to imagine somebody could rebuild Aaron.
It's almost like you're on the verge of death. He even said in the last one, Zeke, this is probably... I don't remember exactly what he said, but he said something along the lines of like, oh, this is where I think she builds the Titans, like she was able to heal me with the earth. I think this is where she probably creates them. And so I'm like, does that mean like once Aaron's actually dead, then like he won't exist on that plane anymore? That's why Ymir, like his stories, Ymir's not there because once you're dead, you're dead. You're not on that plane. This is just kind of like a...
I think only the founding can be where he is now.
I have to go back
and Zeke because he's touching the founding.
Yeah, but it's still then Ymir shouldn't have seen it at all. Then, like, you know.
Yeah.
Our history. I always say ours, but you know what I mean. Like even if she was far away, she still saw it because she was. It had something to do with her becoming an intelligent. It's once you become an intelligent, you can kind of. It's like she got a brief glimpse of it, just not fully. Just like a lot of people probably have. Zeke, on the other hand, got the glimpse, but also learned.
Got inside.
So. But then at the same time, it's like, it's just confusing because I feel like we don't know. There's a lot we don't know yet, and it's probably going to completely change after this next episode. Anyway, so
yeah, and they're going to explain.
That's why I don't want to waste like too much time figuring it, trying to.
Yeah, no, they're going to have to explain this to us.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know. Let's watch it.
Let's do it.
If you guys want to watch the next episode early, go check out our Patreon. We have that there as well as full length. This could be a flashback or whatever. Yeah. Probably Grisha.
Oh, true.
Is that Aaron?
Grisha Yeager がいかにして息子を洗脳し、お前に民族主義を植え付けたのか。わかるまで。
I can never be on Zeke's side because he just wants to wipe everyone out. So like I can't ever be on board with that, you know?
ここじゃ1回目の家族を一切忘れて幸せを享受するあんたを誰もと。
I feel like he's a little just. Rightfully so, bitter about how he was treated by his dad.
Yeah.
What is going on in that head of yours? He's so full of shit. I think he is.
It's like Kenny.
Yeah.
He told him where Fritz was.
そんなはずはない。グリシャが始祖を奪ったのは壁が破壊された日のはず。まだ何年も
Yeah, I was
先だ
gonna。say, he still looks very young here. And Aaron's still young. It's easy seeing that he actually was struggling to make these decisions.
俺とはまるで大違いだな。さすがに前回の失敗を踏まえ
This
て
is when he wrote the journals.
Yeah.
ジーク。ジーク。そこにいるのか。
What the hell's going on? How was he able to see, like, hear or see them?
ジークがあんなヒゲ
What?
面おじさんの
He does see him. That is so crazy.
次の記憶だ。ジーク。
Well, don't forget he is a Titan, you know what I mean? So he should have some kind of connection to these memories.
It's true. That's got to be what it is, right?
Zeke entered
'Cause
his memory.
Yeah, he's the attack at this point already, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he's been the attack the whole time he's been inside those walls.
As soon as yeah, obviously, duh. But it's, I guess that makes sense why, like, the three, that's still crazy to me, though, like, that he can, and he's playing it off as, like, he's seeing shit, you know, in his head.
Yeah.
Wow. That changes a lot. That means, like, they can, like, interact with past Titans, no?
Should.
And the way Aaron walked out of that room, it almost made it seem like he wasn't surprised by it, which means he knows about
and
it
like
already.
he wants Zeke to go down this path of learning from his memories.
I think that
Aaron already has all these
I
memories.
wonder if at the end of this episode, if Aaron's going to be like, I knew exactly what was going to happen, and this is what I wanted you to learn, and it's going to, like, change something, the way Zeke looks at it already. He's been proven wrong already.
Yeah.
I bet you that might be what it is, that Aaron figured out already that he can contact and talk to the past Titans by going through memories.
Maybe.
But I also don't know if, like, he was able to do that because I feel like only these two did it because they came together, right?
I honestly don't know, man.
Like, how'd they get put
There's
into the
no
memories?
way for me to know, for us to know.
Zeke made it seem like he brought Aaron here, at least.
Yeah. You're like he wanted to show him.
お前はもう9歳になるな。
This is pretty cool.
始祖の力を使ってどうするつもりだったんだ。
So we all want to know.
俺は生まれた時から俺のままだ。
前は軍が何をした
親父が俺をそうしたわけじゃない。俺は生まれた時から。
Oh, this was after the Mikasa thing.
男は父親に感謝している。
That's another way to look at it too, though.
この父親の行いが息子を目覚めさせ、エルディアの危機から世界を救うのだから。ある意味、世界を救ったのはこの安楽死計画はいつでも遂行できる。だが、俺はお前を決して見捨てな
Can
い。
he change his mind by the end of the episode, you think? Or by the end of the memories, at least?
俺にそうしてくれた
I hope so.
So crazy because, like, Grisha was a good guy, you know?
Just in his second life, though.
Yes. He learned from his mistakes, I should say. In a way. But also in a way not. That's so crazy.
Pretty sure he saw him again.
I think he did.
おかえりなさい。
It's so weird. Like, I always like when they do these kinds of scenes. When you see it again, but with them there.
エレンどうして外に出
This
た
is
い
when
ん
I
だ
was rewatching this in the first episode, too. A couple weeks ago.
知りたいんだ。外の世界がどうなっているのか。ここで誰も続く人がいなかったら、今までに死んだ人たちの命が無駄になる。
エレン
He knows what he's going to do.
帰ったらずっと秘密にしていた地下室を見せてやろう。
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he knew what he was going to do. For sure.
Yeah, because of what Aaron said, though, is why he's giving it to him.
Yeah, correct.
壁の外から来たエルディア人 あなた方と同じユミルの民です。
It's crazy they tried to talk to him first, though. Reese left that part out. Instant and infinite. That makes... We
That's
kind
what
of figured.
Zeke said last time.
Yeah. Nope.
罪から逃れてはいけません。
It's that damn curse.
我
Like,
々
they
ユ
can't
ミルの
become free of it.
裁かれる日が来たのです。
お前はかつてこの記憶を見たと言ったな。そして父親に深く
He
失
didn't
望
see
し
this
た。
part, though, I don't think.
Yeah, he did.
Did he?
Aaron did.
この壁に住む人々は誰も先祖の犯した罪など知らない。あなたが壁の
Because you don't blame him either, you know?
死ぬのは我々エルディア人だけで済むのです。
Oh my god.
進撃の巨人の継承者は何者にも従うことがなかった。私にはその理由がわかる。すべては王の独
You wonder if that really is what it was for.
I'm sure.
But why would Ymir have made that? What is Aaron doing?
つまり未来を知ることが可能なのだ。
Aaron knew. It means Aaron knew everything.
未来だとどういうことだ。
We kind of forgot about that part of it. The attack part.
進撃の巨人。
できない。
バカな。グリシャは確かに始祖を奪い、この一家を虐殺
Is
した。
Aaron like literally changing the past now?
Maybe.
変わるわけがない。
Or do you think now he's gonna do it?
忘れたのか。何をしにここに来たのか。犬に食われた妹に報いるためだろう。
Oh my god. But goddamn, it's like, ugh.
これは
I get.
父さんが始めた。
Thank God I don't have to make these decisions. Oh my god. It's so crazy that Aaron was the one who convinced his dad to do it all along. I guess, theoretically. It's kind of fucked up. He, like,
Really fucked up.
well, on Aaron's part.
レイスケを殺したぞ。父親以外はこれでいいのか。
Oof.
壊される日よ。彼らの安否を。本当にこれしか道はなかったのか。
言っている。
エレンの先の記憶を見た。しかしまさかあんな恐ろしいことになるとは。お前なのか。
This is wild.
大きくなったな。すまない。
Ugh.
私はひどい父親だった。ジジイ君、お前は。
Normally I'd say I'd love this moment right now, but it's not great. What could his plan be that is so terrible? You know, like to cause this. To cause Grisha, of all the people, to break? And now Zeke, too?
父さん。
So you were right.
Oh, God. Unfortunately.
Did we mention that before here, or was that prior to
What?
airing? When about Aaron had already had been there, and
I don't know that we specifically... Oh, no, yeah, that was before this one.
It was.
Yeah. I don't know that I
no, I know
specifically
we were
said...
talking about out there. I don't remember if we talked about it here.
Yeah, but I think we said... I don't think I said specifically that was going to be like through like some type of time. Like, I said that I think maybe...
No, but that makes sense going back even with the owl. That's how we knew who Aaron and
We talked about, that's where I was also getting a little confused because we had talked about that maybe like 3 or 4 episodes ago. We brought back up the hour. Like, oh, remember when he had that weird.
we knew who Aaron and
It just-
Armin and Mikasa were.
If we had remembered that specifically, if that ever popped into my head, like while we were discussing pre-episode, then I might have had more of a solid and like, oh, you know what? I bet you I would have, because up until maybe, I think when you see him talking with or looking at Mikasa and Grisha, right around there or somewhere around there was when I started to think in my head, like, you know what? I think actually probably before that, I was like, there's no way Aaron is just going through this without knowing what's going on. I just couldn't put it in my head how he knows, you know. But then I remember, like, it started dawning on me, like, wait a minute, the whole time. Once they said the time thing, it's just like, because what did they say? It's like, and then on that plane where Ymir was, what did that thing say?
Instant and infinite
Time. So time
at
doesn't
the
really
same
even exist
time.
there, essentially.
Right, ultimately. But Zeke had mentioned that. That's what I said earlier in the last episode when he was just like, I don't know. It feels like I've been here an instant, but also for years or something like that.
My question is, how did they say specifically? I'm certainly going to go back and rewatch this one, especially because that one scene was killing me on the subtitles because.
Oh, they do it when like multiple people are talking and they start stacking them up.
And usually when they do that, is specifically when Reiner and Bertholdt said they were doing that, and I was trying to read and it was like, wait, well, what? It does.
You got to start from the bottom and then go to the top. That's where
I've learned now since then, so I was able to keep up with it, but it's like,
I know.
God damn.
I'm with you on that one too.
Because I'm trying to like pay attention to the lines, but I'm like. Oh.
Yeah, but no, that was awesome.
And horrible in the same time.
Well, not yet, but we know it's going to be.
Supposedly. Like, that's my whole thing. Is like, what could his
end plan be? Like, even if it was, like, unless it's like to just slaughter everybody on the planet.
That's the first thing that popped in my head. And that's what we had said. Like, everyone besides the Eldians, essentially, is what.
Well, even still, it would still destroy only everybody outside of. It would only leave anybody inside of Wall Sinna alive.
What would?
The Rumble.
Oh, I'm not even talking about just the Rumble.
But that's how he could. That's how he would.
Well, it's a way he could do it. Yeah, I'm sure.
How else would he do it by himself?
With the Eldian army and him and all Armin and all the Titans.
Armin's not going to go along.
I know
with it.
But yes, I'm sure you're right about the Roman. But I'm specifically talking more about like, I don't even know what I was saying. But the one thing I have a dumb question. Like, I don't know if they explained it, but how is the attack able to see into the future? I get the past, but I don't get the future. And I know they somewhere in there. I rewatched it though. I think they explained it, but like I said, there was so much shit going on, and I couldn't. It was one of the things that slipped my mind throughout the episode.
It's only a trait of the attack.
I know that, but like
it can go once you become the attack, you can go into the path of the memories.
Both ways, no matter
both ways,
all the ways. It's just like a fluid line. Yeah, okay.
Right. So you can go back into the. He said. Once you become the attack, you can go back into the memories of the previous attack Titans. So ultimately,
that's what I would assume it is that if you can go back in the past, you can also go into the future.
I would think so.
And did Grisha not know that until? Oh man, that just reminded me like.
Well, no, scene. You could go back into the past and change the future, which is what Aaron did. Like originally went back into the past and made Grisha do that.
Yeah, but even Grisha just said, "I've seen the future."
Oh, right. Yeah,
they've said it numerous times.
Well, you can see the future because Owl knew Mikasa and Armin. But yeah,
maybe it's just that Aaron.
You could do both, like you said.
That's so fucked up that what Aaron did. No matter what his plan is, even if in the very end game of whatever his plan is, or if he changes his plan, no matter what, that was fucked up what he did to his dad. You know, like regardless. Even if it like turns out like that he had to do it, it was like most things he does now is fucked up.
But like you shouldn't be able to see, like if you could see the whole future, then Grisha would have known that Aaron was going to do that.
It's so hard
prior to
the most frustrating thing. The most frustrating thing about this season so far is not knowing since the very first episode of season 4, not knowing what Aaron's plans are. We've gotten tiny bits and pieces, but ultimately. In terms of this,
something horrendous is about that. I mean, we kind of figured something bad was going to happen.
So my question is
not enough to make your father break down.
How all of a sudden did Grisha know that he can see in the future? Is it to do with because he saw in?
Well, that's what I'm saying. If he could have seen into the future the whole time, like, how did he not know Aaron was going to do this prior to even having Aaron and never give him the...
I don't think he was able to see into the future or like just like understand what it meant until what happened with Aaron, because that was the first time I feel like Aaron changed something.
Yeah, had him do something that...
So maybe that's what sparked it. And once that happened, right? And once that happened, that's what he all of a sudden he came to.
I don't know.
But then why after that would he? Is this one of those things where
still give it to him?
Is this one of those things why?
Well, no, he was just crying. Well, no, because he said he saw his plan and that he's not going to start listening to Zeke. Like it's not going to go the way Zeke.
I know, but I'm saying in the past though, like.
No, I'm agreeing with you. I know. I don't know.
Because usually time things is like that's always happened. It's one of those deals. That's kind of how it's supposed to work.
You can't change it.
Yeah. Well, yes, kind of.
Ultimately, certain things.
Like, if that always happened, then why would... Is it just in his head? He's like, well, there's nothing I can... Because why wouldn't... If that's the case, if it's so terrible, why wouldn't he have been like, well, I'm going to make a sacrifice and I'm not going to do this?
That's what I mean. And not give it to Aaron.
But that would lead to them... That would lead for them to have an even worse fate.
Because because ultimately this was an awful thing to do, but Aaron is...
We don't know.
Telling him that it's like it's the way that to save Eldia, but I think now that's just Aaron manipulating him to doing whatever he wants.
I'm like,
we're gonna find out Aaron's been evil. Like when he killed those people, he's been like just evil.
But why though? Because even in this episode, he goes, "I've been who I've always been." Like,
yeah,
I do.
Changed.
And the way he says it, that's why I got to go back and rewatch this one because the way I want to see how he says it because
says it a little
the
diabolically.
The way I took it was like. No, this is just who I didn't change. Like,
right.
This is who I've always been. I'm just doing the things I know are necessary to get done for my plan. But the problem is we don't know what his fucking plan is. So I can't judge if he's an asshole or not.
Oh, well, he's definitely an asshole.
Yes.
I know what you're saying, though.
But, like, in the big picture, I mean.
Yeah. What the end game is.
Mm-hmm. It's funny.
But, like, do Flock and the rest of the Jaegerists know, you think?
I doubt it.
Probably not, right? They're just blindly following him like that?
Yeah, because what if all of a sudden they were like, well, I agree with what... Because they're going off of what... Yeah, because they knew they were probably going off what Zeke knew. I guess maybe they could have known. Who knows?
They might.
But I doubt it. I don't think Aaron's entrusting that. If he ain't entrusting that to Flock and just random guys, you know. I don't think.
I don't know, man. This is getting fucking crazy.
Oh, man. I gotta go back and... That whole, like...
I actually forgot that we're still in the middle of a war with Reiner and them.
Yeah.
Completely forgot.
They're still frozen.
They're all still staring at Aaron's headless body right now, having no idea what's going on.
It's just sitting in Zeke's
head. And who knows what's happening with Zeke right now? He might be unconscious, holding your head while they're both in there.
Oh, who knows? Like
that's what I mean. Like once they both travel there,
eventually, whether it's in the next one, I'm assuming it's gonna be in the next one. It's just gonna go right back into that.
Yeah.
Because but that's my point. Like,
well, because it's instant and infinite.
Yeah,
so they could spend 1,000 years going through memories, pop back in.
All right. So what's Aaron gonna do now? Can he come back to life? His head just got blown off.
I guarantee you, he has Ymir building him a new one, or he built himself a new body.
Okay, so then here's my question.
And he'll just go right back and.
So if Zeke technically got founding power, then from Ymir, if that was that true?
I don't think so. I think maybe.
But he said he did shit. How would he not know? He would know if he was actually doing it or not, with the power.
Yeah, maybe Aaron allowed him to do. You know what I mean? Who knows? Aaron obviously is controlling absolutely everything.
Unless Aaron
gave him a tiny little bit of power.
Did he take it from him there?
He never. I think he was just showing that Zeke never had it.
Well, yeah. He never had his car either. I couldn't resist. I'm sorry.
Fast and Furious reference.
Oh, I think everyone knows what that is now. If you don't, you need to start getting out a little more. But I don't know. It's just like I hate sitting here like berating Aaron. I will berate him to death about the shit he does because they're terrible decisions. But like I said, I just have hope for some reason
that something's gonna end up. Like that sounded awful.
And it goes back to the way what he said. It's like why would and the way he was staring at Mikasa there, like it was like he was looking at it like God damn it. I wish I understand. Like I know like And that was right after he had said that line of I've always been who I am, or right before, I forget. But like, if he is like, he still feels like still loves her probably. So like, but like, why would he say that still doesn't make sense to me.
Who knows, man? With Armin too.
But again, these questions would all have we'd have better
If you knew
answers
what his
for
plan
them
was.
if we knew what his plan was, obviously.
But that's part of the fun of the show.
And part of the frustrating part of the
Part
show,
of
my
the-
friend.
And all of the frustrating part.
Yes. That and the way they end these goddamn episodes. I'm getting good at, like, I can hear, like, because a lot of the songs they use a lot of the same, like, themes and songs. Sometimes you can tell, like, when the big song comes on, you're like, oh, yeah, this is
It all depends. Like, this one caught me off guard, too. It's just because, like,
It depends.
it's so in-depth, and, like,
When you really
like,
have to pay
you're really
attention.
into it, like, I don't even have any idea how long we've been watching, so that's why it's a surprise.
If it wasn't for how depressing that end was, that was probably one of my favorite episodes of the show, because it was...
Yeah. Oh, I love it.
I love when shows or movies do, like, time travel stuff. Not time travel stuff, but, like...
Just teach us how they're doing that.
when you see, yeah, like you go back and like you see a scene that was from like the beginning of the show, and like that alone is cool, seeing the flashback. But then you get to see the characters interacting with that.
that
Like
the reason that happened is because of what's happening right now.
right. Well, that's
It's crazy.
That blew my mind immediately as soon as he looked up and he like
And he saw Zeke.
and that was what it was. But I think I said was that he was just playing it off as he was probably going crazy, and he's just seeing like this old man with a beard. That's
Yeah.
not Zeke. How could that be Zeke? And then once the shit actually happened, and Aaron got in his face. Oh, god damn it, Aaron! I want to like you so bad.
He's making it extremely difficult.
I'm just worried that like at the end of this, I'm like, god damn it, I was way off. He is just pure evil. Or I
Yeah.
should be saying that now.
I think
but,
he is pure evil. I think we're gonna find out,
but you,
I do have a small glimmer of hope that he's gonna turn around, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
even if it's like, I just want to see like, even if his plan. I don't know. I give up.
Yep.
I
You
quit.
have to, pal.
I quit coming up with suggestions and theories.
You have to.
I know. Anyway, guys, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel. See you next time.
See you later.